Hello and welcome to Kaiju Review.
Today we shall be covering Mega Monster Battle,
Ultra Galaxy Legend.
the movie.
Wow, that is two mouthfuls.
This is a sequel to the two Mega Monster Battle TV shows.
As well as a follow-up to the larger Ultra series kind of as a whole. So, let's get to the movie.
I don't think so.
We're going to do it anyway.
Alright then.
The film starts with a short battle between Mebius and the Kaiju Gamezillong. Mebius wins and returns home. Then there's a montage of Ultra Heroes followed by a recap of both Mega Monster Battle shows.
There's a lot of stuff that the film expects the audience to already know.
So we'll assume that you guys already are aware as well and just keep going from here. On planet Ultra, aka the Land of Light, in the M78 Nebula, the inhabitants are living in peace, with several of them training to join the space garrison under the tutelage of Taro.
Mebius returns to the Space Garrison headquarters where Ultraman Zafi and his Ultra 7 inform him of negative energy that's been upsetting monsters on numerous planets which other Ultras have been sent to investigate. Ultraman suggests that they summon him, but Ultra 7 advises that they don't. Father of Ultra tells them something odd is occurring with the energy core and to stay alert.
You know, if Father is telling them to be careful, must be pretty serious. Elsewhere, at a space prison in orbit above the Land of Light, an alien Zarab, disguised as an Ultra, attacks and subdues the guards, releasing the prisoner, Belial. Zarab gives Belial the Giga Battlenizer, a staff which allows Belial to command 100 Kaiju and aliens. Belial then kills Zarab and is then confronted by Taro and other members of the Space Garrison.
Back at Space Garrison HQ, Taro's message about Belial arrives and the Ultras head to the Plasma Spark Tower to defend it. Back at the space prison, Belial easily dispatches his would-be captors, forcing Taro to face the prisoner himself. Belial tackles Taro, launching them both down to the surface of the planet.
Wow, this Belial guy is really strong.
Oh, you have no idea. Belial's arrival is greeted by other members of the Space Garrison engaging the fugitive. However, Belial easily defeats them, showing just how powerful he is.
I guess these guys' TV shows and movies weren't that good.
That's a lie! Mebius and Akari also engage Belial in combat, but they too are defeated, leaving only Zafi, Ultraman, and Ultra 7 left to defend the tower. They last longer, but are also defeated.
They put up one heck of a fight, but they still lost.
Belial begins destroying the city, leaving the citizens running for their lives before making his way into the tower. Jack, Ace, and 80 arrive to confront Belial inside, but are also easily defeated. Belial arrives at the Plasma Spark, but Father of Ultra stops him from taking it. The two battle before Belial can finish the father off. Taro arrives to save them. This leaves only Mother of Ultra left, but she too is defeated.
You're right. Can anyone beat this guy?
Belial then steals the Plasma Spark, causing the Land of Light to rapidly freeze over before departing the planet. Taro defends the last of the light, keeping it from going out completely. After he returns to the surface, Mebius is contacted by Ultraman and Ultra 7, who tell him to find Ray.
Oh, I see. Everybody loves Ray.
That's Ray Romano.
But she pilots a giant robot.
That's Ray Ayanami.
But can he at least chop them up into tiny little pieces?
That's Ray from Tris to the North Star. You have no clue who this Ray is, do you?
No.
Aboard their ship Pendragon, the Zep space crew are traveling to the planet Dent to survey it for possible human colonization. Soon after arriving, a Zeragas crashes in front of them and begins attacking, but Ray and his monster partner Gomra battle the Kaiju.
Oh, that Ray. Now I know who you're talking about.
The Pendragon distracts Zeragas, giving Gomra a chance to destroy the enemy monster.
Then Mebius shows up and teleports Ray away. Mebius explains the situation to Ray and asks for his help in dealing with Belial. Mebius explains the history of the Land of Light, followed by the story of Belial's origin, rebellion against the Land of Light, and eventual imprisonment. Ray agrees to help fight Belial.
Belial begins to revive an army of kaijus and aliens in the monster graveyard. Mebius returns to the Land of Light with Ray, and monsters commanded by Shapley begin attacking. Ray and Mebius battle back, and soon they are aided by Wyndham, Miklos, and Agira. After they win, Ultra 7 calls his capsule monsters back, and he and Ultraman join Mebius and Ray, and the group travel to Plasma Spark Tower.
Mebius suggests they summon him, but once again Ultra 7 advises against it. Elsewhere, he is training under Leo as a Pigmon watches on. King and Leo's brother Astra arrive to check in on the training. Back in the Land of Light, the Ultras explain his backstory, how he, like Belial, was tempted by the power of the plasma spark, and that he now trains in exile.
The group arrive at the tower but are attacked by Shapley and Black King. Ray summons Gomra to battle Black King, allowing the Ultras to enter the tower. They find Taro still guarding the light and battle Shapley. The good guys defeat their enemies on both fronts, and Ray rejoins the others. The Ultras use Ultra Willpower on the light and regain their ability to transform into Giants of Light.
Awesome! The Giants again!
The group travels to the monster graveyard to confront Belial, who learns of Ray's nature before summoning his monster army. The heroes do battle with the monster army, each one fighting several enemies at once.
Jeez, can they beat those odds?
Of course they can! They're Ultra Warriors!
Meanwhile, the Pendragon crew realizes Ray has gone to M78 and detect a UFO. The UFO turns out to be the robotic dragon Nereus. Then an alien Zeton appears aboard the ship holding the crew at gunpoint. Then Shin Asuka shows up and saves the Pendragon crew. Asuka introduces himself and his connection to Ultraman Daya, and Oki gets excited while Haruma asks for his help to get to the monster graveyard. Then they are reminded that the nurse is still attacking them. Asuka transforms into Daya and battles and defeats Nurse, and then he leads the Pendragon to the monster cemetery.
Back in the monster graveyard, Ray transforms into his Rayonics form and battles aliens, and Belial quickly realizes Ray will be a problem for him. Belial blasts through his own forces to get to the Ultras, causing Ray to send Gomer and Litra after Belial. Ray's monsters are defeated pretty quickly, and Belial tries to convince Ray to join him, goading him into showing his real power and losing control.
Doesn't look good for the good guys.
Nope.
Belial calls his army back and sicks Ray and Gomra on the Ultras. Gomra quickly deals with the Ultras. Daya and Pendragon arrive and Daya fights Belial. With the help of his comrades, Ray comes to his senses. Belial attempts to destroy the humans, but Ultra 7 takes the blast himself. Despite his injuries, Ultra 7 continues to battle, then launches his Eye Slugger into space before collapsing.
Back with Leo, he's still training him. However, he protects Pigmon when a giant rock formation almost collapses on the small creature. Leo and the others reveal that Ultra 7 had saved him by preventing him from touching the plasma spark, thereby preventing him from being corrupted by it. When the Eye Slugger arrives, King uses his power to learn of what's occurring in the monster graveyard and reveals that he is Ultraman's son. King finally unlocks the training equipment covering Ultraman Zero.
Cool, a new Ultra.
Back at the monster graveyard, Belial gloats about his imminent victory, then Zero arrives and rescues his father, who's collapsed from exhaustion. Angered, Zero turns to face Belial. Zero battles his way through the monster's army, swiftly defeating the creatures, and comes face to face with the evil Bel-El. The two duke it out, with Zero managing to disarm Bel-El, casting the Giga Battleizer aside, seemingly finishing off Bel-El.
Wow, what a fight between good and evil.
Leo and Astra arrive to join the others, and just as they're about to take the plasma spark back to the Land of Light, the ground begins rumbling and the spirits of the monster graveyard begin converging on the lava flow Belial was thrown into. From the lava emerges Beriodora, a fusion of hundreds of monsters and aliens, which towers over the already giant Ultras.
Look at that giant thing. What's gonna happen next?
And jutting from the beast's forehead is Belial.
That.
Everyone who still can battle against Beriodora, but he's not a pushover, so it reflects all the attacks. And then Beriodora strikes back.
Oh boy.
Ray uses his Battleizer to activate the Giga Battleizer, which controls the monsters that make up Beriodora to rebel against himself.
Using this opportunity, the Plasma Spark grants Zero a new weapon, and the other Ultras back him up in his attack on the giant monster. The Pendragon fights its Pedanium launcher at Beriodora, while the Ultras unleash everything they've got. Zero attacks Belial, severing his control of the fused monster, and Beriodora is defeated.
With the return of the Plasma Spark, the Land of Light thaws out and restores everyone. The Pendragon is allowed on the surface of the planet Ultra, but they can't explore due to the light of the world being too strong for their bodies to handle. Ultraman and Mebius thank Ray and the Pendragon crew for their help. Dinah guides the Pendragon back to where they came from, as he wishes to continue on his journey.
Zero looks upon the peace he's restored, and Ultra 7 welcomes his son back home. King gives a speech to the people of the Land of Light, telling them that though their home is safe once again, evil still lurks in the universe, and that it's their duty to fight it for the sake of peace and justice.
Elsewhere, Bel-El still lives.
OMG, this is by far one of the best Ultraman movies I've ever seen.
Personally, I prefer Superior 8 Ultraman Brothers, but this movie is still pretty high up on my list of Ultra movies.
Yeah, there are some really good Ultraman movies out there.
And some pretty terrible ones, too.
Yeah. Well, until next time, I'm Tank.
I'm Protomat.
Bye.